Hi everyone, welcome back to class. So this is a continuation video on how to sew a basic top. If you're seeing this video, I believe you must have seen the video on how to cut it perfectly and how to take accurate measurements. So this is a continuation. So we cut in the previous video and we have a center back two piece. You can see we labeled in the previous video and we still have them. That's the importance of labeling. So this fabric is already folded. As you can see, this is folded. So I have it folded. I'm saying it so that you know that I didn't cut it separately. So I put the pattern paper and I have to notch every important point, like my waistline, like my bust point. I need to notch it so that when I'm sewing I can still make reference to it. I don't advise you use a marker to note your points. You can either notch or use a chalk to know your points. Red marker will stay in your dress, but I'm using it so that you can see it on the video very well. So this is my zipper line. As you can see, that excess this excess is for this zipper allowance. So this line is exactly where we are sewing our zipper on. So you can notch the start of it and you can also notch the end of your zipper allowance. What is important is that you don't go and sew on the excess so that you don't add to your body measurements. So all our allowances are on it and I'll be cutting straight away. And I also note my dart points. You can either measure while you're sewing or you note the points while you're still on your cutting table. So all allowances are still there, just the way we did. That's important for you to, that's why it's important for you to see the previous video here. So I'm just cutting out exactly what I have on the paper. Exactly what I have on paper. I'm not adding anything to it because all our allowances has been added to it. So now it's perfectly cut. So you can see it's two pieces that I have now, and that is the line that my zipper will pass through. So I have to notch it and also connect it so that when I'm sewing it won't be difficult to get, because this is a foundation class, so you might need to take things one step at a time. So you can see the red marker, it's so obvious. You can use chalk. Then I note the dart line as well. Then I'll just connect it so that I can know exactly why it is. So I did it on the other line and I connected it with a straight line, and also note that it's a 1 inch thing. You might have to watch this part twice to get it, but I also do it for the front part. So now this is my front. Like we already labeled on the front part that it's unfold. It was written center front unfold. So you can see I folded my fabric the wrong side and the right side. So the wrong side is facing me, and at the edge of the folded part I'll be placing my paper on it so that I can cut out. Remember, all allowances has been added, so there is no need for allowance. So the paper has been placed very well. So the next thing is cutting. You cut gently, and after cutting you make sure you note all the lines, the dart lines, just the way we did for the back piece. We're going to do exactly the same thing. Mark her dart legs and also connect them. I said I'm using a red marker. Please don't use red marker so that you don't stain your fabric. I just want you to see it. That's why I'm using red. So the side seam, I'll be noting on my allowance as well. You can either measure or you just trace it. You can use the regular tailor chalk, and I'll connect it so that I can know where exactly it is on my sewing machine. And I also do that on the other side because there are two sides seam. So I'll connect it back to the armhole line exactly the way it is on my pattern paper. So now we are good to go to the sewing machine and just go and join it. So on the shoulder line, remember we left about ½ an inch to connect it, so that you will also maintain it the same allowance you left, either half or quarter. So this is it, and I'm going to the sewing machine now. All my lines are obvious, so it will be stress-free for me on the sewing machine. So I'll just add my back piece as well. Then I'll go ahead. I'm going to show you, so just calm down. I'm going to show you how to achieve that. So the front, you place it on the front for the right side, and for the left side as well. You also place that on it, and you go ahead and sew. Then you do your dart and your side seam. Voila, you have a top already. So let's see how that's gonna play out. And one important thing is the zipper line. So you can see that I already noted the line we noted, so I'm going to be doing that first. So now I'm on the sewing machine and I'm doing my zipper line first, not because I'm not going to put a zip. I'll put a zip, but I need to close it first. You understand as I go on, but this is the best method to have a accurate top, like very well sewn top. So I'm going to be closing the zipper line first, then I'll do my dart, then I'll do the side seam, I'll do the shoulder, just a step at a time. So that's, you can see I'm sewing exactly on the line that I marked. You can see, so that has been done. I'll go ahead and do my dart line. So you can see that I folded it. You can iron before folding, but in this video I didn't iron, sorry. So I'm just folding it straight up and I'm sewing. So that is it. You just make sure that your hand is straight, or you, better still, just trace it out the way the dart is on the pattern paper. You know, it's not straight. It's 1 inch divided by 2 on the waistline. So just maintain the curve the way we have it on the. I'll do it. I'll repeat it so that you can get it again. I'm doing it twice. So if you don't get it now, you get it the second time. So you can just check on your paper to see if what you're doing is making sense. You can just try and trace the line, or you measure to know if it's okay. So I'll do the other part too. So now I'm making my shoulder slant and I'm doing it with the exact allowance that we left for it. So that's it. So now I'm going to make my side seam exactly on the line that we marked. So if you think your fabric is not friendly, you can just use pin to just hold it down if it's just shaky. So you can just pin it down. So that's it for the side seam. Yeah, we're almost there. So we are done with the sewing. So if you want to turn with lining, you must have cut it exactly the same way to turn. You can use bias to fold the neck. So ironing is very important. You make sure you press your dress so that it looks so neat, and cut all the excess thread. So you check out for the measurements. This is very important. If you don't check out for your measurements, you might just deliver a wrong size of dress. So just confirm it, you know, just in case there's a mistake somewhere, so you can note all your error. And this is the zipper line, so we'll fix the zipper in next video. Wow.